My name is Amir Emadi, and I'm a proud son of an Ashrafi. I am also a cousin or nephew to 20 Ashrafis now in Camp Liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for once again giving me the honor to speak to you and share with you my thoughts. Today, I'd like to remind you of Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty. I'd like to send a message to Brother Masood Rajavi, and I would like to communicate the reality Iran's leaders face when up against the MEK. You know, the last time you saw me, I was in tears from my father's death. Iraqi security forces attacked Camp Ashraf at the behest of the Iranian regime on September 1st, 2013. They took away my father 175 days ago. And I'll never get the chance to ask him just about the simple things in life. I hadn't seen him in over 20 years, and now I won't even get the chance to see his grave because it seems like Khamenei is so afraid of my father's dead body that he had it and 51 others secretly buried. You know, a few weeks after the attack, a reporter asked me if I was afraid that my activism and being in front of cameras that would worsen my family situation in Iran and in Camp Liberty. You want to know what I told her? I said that thousands of Ashrafis chose to fight. The people in Iran standing up against the Iranian regime chose to fight. My father began a journey because of Khamenei's bidding and Maliki's doing. He's dropped his flag, but he's chose to fight. And I'd be damned if I didn't pick up his flag from the ground, dust it off, and claim it for him. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I asked her, thank you very much, thank you. So I asked her, do you agree that it's a bigger tragedy if I do nothing? If we let them fight alone? Now that the remaining Ashrafis are imprisoned at Camp Liberty, I must repeat to the President Obama, the United States is legally and morally responsible for the safety and the security of the residents of Camp Liberty. That responsibility requires you to guarantee access to medical supplies, food, and basic human needs that they have been deprived. My message to Brother Masood Rajavi. Khomeini and Khamenei murdered over 100,000 of the generation you had reared. Well, we're taking their place. Just as you were their mentor and teacher, you were our mentor and teacher. And we continue to fight because we identify with the ideal for which tens of thousands of members and sympathizers of the Mujahideen al-Khalq have made the ultimate sacrifice. This includes my father. The MEK's vision of a democratic, secular, and a non-nuclear republic is shared by my generation inside Iran and abroad. I know this because I've talked to them, thanks to social media. The platform offers the people of Iran everything that the Iranian regime has denied them. Individual freedoms, gender equality, unrestricted access to information and the internet, freedom to choose their education, occupation, and more. It is a platform that offers, above all, democracy and democratic ways as they are practiced by the MEK itself. And here lays Iran's dilemma when facing the MEK. I saw, after many years, my dreams came true. I saw my mother in Albania, and like now, I didn't have any words to describe how I was feeling. But she summed it up for me pretty nicely. She said that you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And while I was there, I saw my father's friends too, many of them. And the doctor over there took me to the side and said, Amir, it isn't possible. Any other human in their conditions would have already been dead. Any other human would have already died. You know what keeps them alive? Their spirit and their commitment to the ideal of Iran's freedom. So, Mr. President, instead of standing with the mullahs, as you've been doing for the past 6 years, you should stand with the Iranian people as they stand for liberty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We as Iranians, all of us, we as Iranians are quite capable of changing this theocracy. We only want America to stand neutral in the confrontation. And you know, much of what we consider valuable in this world arises out of these lopsided conflicts. Because the act of facing overwhelming odds creates greatness and beauty. But we consistently get these kinds of conflicts wrong. We misread them, we misinterpret them. But ladies and gentlemen, giants are not what we think they are. Some liken our struggle against the regime with the battle between David and Goliath. That may be true. And if it is, then to Khamenei I say this on behalf of the people of my generation. If we are David, then we have thrown our stone at what we once thought was a giant. If we are David, ladies and gentlemen, then we have weakened the Goliath. We, Iranians, and Khamenei, you have misread our power. Khamenei, you have misinterpreted our strength. We will prevail and build 1,000 ashrafs, and the entire way chant, Yek, do, se, sad, hezar ashraf mi sazim. Yek, do, se, sad, hezar ashraf mi sazim.